Moses Booty. What up, Moses? He's a game time decision today, playing a Summer League game down in Vegas. Of course, Summer League Vegas is still going on. Feels like the crowds are starting to dwindle a little bit. Maybe everybody's fatigued off of Summer League. However, Wiseman and Kuminga will play tonight. It's 4 p.m. Pacific time, and they're playing Oklahoma City. And maybe, just maybe, Chet Holmgren plays. And you get a little Wiseman, Holmgren. Kuminga. And you got Damon Bruce watching very, very closely. That was pretty funny.
Why don't you tell people that don't know what you're talking about?
Well, Damon Bruce basically tweeted out the other day that Holmgren is 50 times better than Wiseman.
50.
Damon Bruce,
Corey
I guess.
Maggetti's number.
Corey Maggetti's number, 50. 50 times better than James Wiseman. And told a couple people, hey, man, don't be a buttercup. Toughen up, buddy. It is what it is. So Draymond Green, on the Draymond Green show, courtesy of the Volume Sports, I didn't even know he had a new podcast out. But he apparently called out David and Rattle. Or David said, hey, it's a timing thing. If you understand timing, you would understand that he only grabbed 2 rebounds. That it's going to happen like that. But here's the cut. Here's what David had to say. I know David was feeling it, too. Here's what David had to say.
I would have been pretty happy if I got a Draymond shout-out.
Yeah, no,
even if it was with a bullet.
Here's Monday's take from Damon Bruce.
And for a guy who has not played any basketball for the better part of 2 years, hey, it's just good to see him out there. He went out, he played a basketball game, and he is available for the next basketball game that the Warriors are going to play tomorrow night. So, like, right there, it's a little bit of a win. But anytime you're a 7-footer who plays 20 minutes of basketball and you got 2 rebounds to show for it, that's just not good. I mean, there's no way to skew that or pretend like that is good. It just isn't. It isn't. And I was really disappointed that he only pulled down 2 rebounds and had to go. Like, here's the deal. Chet Holmgren is already 50 times the basketball player than James Wiseman is. And that to me is a little concerning.
Ooh. Now, Draymond reacted to Damon Bruce. Here's what Draymond Green had to say to about Damon Bruce's take.
Just happy to see him out there doing what he loves to do again and having the opportunity to play basketball. I know there was a lot of talk around the first game, like, oh, he had 2 rebounds. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's the first thing I looked at too. Like, Wise, you can't have 2 rebounds. But for those of you out there who's just going to criticize and don't know, I saw the guy from the Rattle, Damon Rattle show in the Bay, I think, or something like that. Dude, Damon, like, you come out and you want to talk about Chet Holmgren is light years ahead of James Wiseman right now, whatever you said, made that statement. Let me help you out. Rebounding is a timing thing. You know, rebounding is not just I'm tall, I'm long, I can jump, I'm athletic. Rebounding is timing. And for someone that has not played basketball since 2018, I know you wouldn't understand, but your timing is probably messed up because that's 4 years and some change of not consistently playing basketball. So those that has done this will understand that that is 100% a timing thing. Like I said, again, I would never excuse James Wiseman having 2 rebounds, nor do I think James Wiseman will excuse it. But I am also, and as someone who's done this at this level, who continues to do this at this level, I do understand that rebounding is. Obviously, you got to have a knack for the ball. You got to do the proper things in boxing out. Coach Izzo used to teach us hit, find, and fetch. Go hit your man, find the ball, then go get it. Yeah, all of those things. And who wants the ball more? It's all of those things. But equally as important, if not the most important, is your timing.
And then here's the final piece. 20 seconds, Shasky, before you fall asleep. Draymond.
Well, I just there's a couple
to try to make it a thing and like compare these 2 guys after, and this kid's been out for 4 years. Ridiculous. Also, you can't judge who's better off a summer league game. So let's stop the foolishness. It's ridiculous. Welcome back, James Wiseman. Happy to have you back on your thing.
So the one thing he said there at the end, it's summer league. It's summer league. Let's not get gassed up off of summer league performances. It's good to see players have great summers. It is. but it does not translate to the regular season.
No, but there are little tiny elements that you can be encouraged or discouraged with, and there's little areas that you can point out someone needs to work on. Hey, someone has worked on this part of their game, but it's not the end-all be-all. We agree there. My bigger thing is like, and I look at, I love Draymond. He's going to have to learn as he's navigating through this. You can't dismiss every person who doesn't play in the NBA.
Right, you can't
If that's the case, then Brad Stevens would have never had an opportunity to coach the Boston Celtics.
Nope.
Right? And I think this goes back to like the Siskel and Ebert metaphor that I always roll with. Just because Siskel and Ebert weren't Tom Cruise doesn't mean they can't critique Tom Cruise.
Right.
All right? How many brain surgeons are out there who have never had actual brain surgery? They've never been operated on, yet they're the one doing the procedure, right? This happens a lot in life and in society. So I love Dre. I love the way that he looks at things, but it does drive me crazy when he looks down on people who say, you can't even have a word on the game because you didn't play in the NBA. You know how many guys in the NBA have played whose IQ on the game of basketball is subpar?
It's not good.
Right? Now, Draymond, you're an outlier. You're a great player who has a great IQ and a great vision of the game, but that's not everyone. And just because you played at the highest level doesn't qualify you to be the greatest coach ever. I mean, we've seen that time and time again across sports, nor does it mean that your opinions on the game are always accurate and valid. So that's the one area that kind of bugs me. The other part, you know who Damon is.
Yeah.
Come on, Dre.
Well, I was gonna. There's
Come
a couple
on, Dre.
things here.
Come on.
Couple things here. I agree with Draymond that it's just summer league, and it's tough to judge players off the summer league. I'm judging Wiseman on his movement skills. Is he getting better with the little things, the screen setting, boxing out, sealing his man? I think he is. Mac McClung, he's a fun player. I don't mind watching Mac
if
McClung.
I was doing the Big Three.
Right. If I was watching the N1 mixtape. But Mac McClung's not getting him the ball. They're not getting him the ball. And some people say, well, go take the ball. Well,
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Not for him.
All right. So anyway, that's one thing. Two, I don't agree with Damon that Chet is 50 times a player James Wiseman is. Let's see it with Chet. Chet's 180 pounds, 190 pounds.
Hey, look, I can like both guys.
I like him.
Why does everything have to be a
set.
sweeping indictment of everyone?
It's good. It's okay. But it's not like James Wiseman is struggling mightily in summer league. He's not.
No.
He's playing solid basketball, and he's learning. He's getting his feels back. He's shaking the cobwebs
31 minutes in 2 years.
But to your point, Draymond does know who Damon Bruce is.
Yeah.
He knows who all of us is.
Yeah, come on.
Draymond knows.
Look,
Draymond knows.
He's going to have to look. I had to learn about how to navigate this industry through trial and error, through tutelage from people like yourself or Damon or whomever. Right. And Draymond will evolve over time. He will. He'll evolve over time. But there are certain things right now that to me are his go-tos, and he continues to pivot back to them. And it's getting a little redundant.
It is. It is. And look, there's a lot of people who are good at their jobs who never played. Like you're saying, Mike Tirico can't comment on a game.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
John Miller.
John Miller, Dave Fleming, Joe Buck.
You know
what I'm saying? These guys have been around the game. Yeah, Vince Scully. These guys have been around the game forever. Yeah. Tim Roy, he didn't play, but he knows the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is a little like, oh, the media, just this general thing about, blame the media. That's everybody's go-to. Blame the media. It drives me sick when everybody wants to say, blame the media, they're ruining the game. No. How about you look at some of these players and these owners and these leagues?
A guy who played in the league.
A former player.
You know what I mean?
He's ruining the league.
Exactly.
A former player, not a media member.
So, like, anybody can have a bad opinion. You know, it happens across the board. I'm not outraged, whatever. I kind of laughed about it.
It was funny. Yeah. You know David's loving it, though. We know Uncle David.
Yeah, and I would, too.
Uncle David's loving it.
Yeah, it's got a nice
the
little,
profile. Yeah, no doubt. Got a little job.
I hope he tagged him in the podcast little thing where you can go hyperlink right to his Twitter page.
David and Rattle Show having a hell of a week. They had Tom Haber's show. They had Tom on talking about, Wiseman. The hope is Wiseman plays well in the first half, and then you flip him for a superstar.
Tom.
It's like, come on, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Take a lap.
Pull your head out of the calculator for 2 seconds.
Take a lap.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Take a lap.
Why don't you stop talking into the wall and talk to some real people and actually go and interact with humans?
With that said.